guys, Angel Oak is going to be doing a webinar on August 2nd. It's their new business toolkit, okay? Now, what they're going to be telling you is where to find the business, okay? How to get the business, and even what to say with scripting for said business. Now, you need to understand here, non-QM is the largest growing portion of the mortgage market right now, and Angel Oak are like the biggest players. These guys are fantastic. So if you want to get in with, you understand, the largest growing portion of the mortgage market, you're going to want to go to this webinar. Now, at the end of it, you're going to get all the scripts, all the great stuff. It's all there for you. All you got to do is click this banner right over there. Do not miss it.
Lord, I do.
So, let's say, here we go again. The NFHA, or the National Fair Housing Alliance, which is 19, yes, 19 fair housing groups all combined. The NFHA, it's kind of like the Avengers. It's not one, no, you get all of the superheroes of fair housing. That's what it is. So, they're bringing a shocking lawsuit, Frank. Did you get this? A shocking lawsuit against Bank of America. Frank, it's shocking. It's shocking. It's shocking, Frank.
That's shocking.
Now, isn't that just really a matter of opinion? Shocking? Whatever. Okay, so they're bringing this lawsuit against Bank of America, claiming that Bank of America isn't treating their foreclosure inventory in Black and Hispanic neighborhoods as well as the ones they're doing in the white neighborhoods.
And I live in a walk-up in some Section 8 housing where I sleep with a man named Frank.
You sleep with him?
Anyway, the NFHA claims they brought this to Bank of America's attention in 2009, but things haven't been fixed. There are claims that 64% of the bank's homes in communities of color had trash or debris visible, and only 31% did in white neighborhoods. 37% of homes in color communities had unsecure or broken doors, compared to just 16% in white neighborhoods. And finally, 49.6% of properties had damaged, boarded, or unsecure windows in color communities, compared with only 23.5% in white neighborhoods. It's worth pointing out that there were claims of more graffiti in neighborhoods of color also.
Okay, how do we address this and not get everybody up in arms?
That's racist!
Now, is that the only conclusion you can draw from this information? Is that the only one, that the banks are out there systematically going and identifying neighborhoods of colors and destroying them, or allowing them to be destroyed? Okay, they told them in 2009 that there was a problem, these groups. Is it possible some of the stuff was fixed and then just got trashed again? Could there be extenuating circumstances that have led to different properties in different neighborhoods with different degrees of disrepair? Because it just feels too easy and politically expedient for these 19 fair housing groups to draw the same conclusion based on the evidence at hand.
Here's what the Avengers of fair housing need to prove their point. They need a written directive from Bank of America stating that they want to ignore and let their collateral, these homes, fall into irreversible states of disrepair to destroy minority neighborhoods.
Go, 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 go! Wake up, my brown friend! It's time to change your life! Yeah!
Because if that's the goal, the paper exists. It has to. Further, you have to consider if Bank of America were to do this, it only hurts their bottom line. Duh. I mean, this is simple, man. If you let your house go to crap, it's gonna lose value, and you would lose the wealth in that property.
Well, duh.
It's the same for Bank of America. If they let their inventory purposely go to crap, then they purposely lose now their wealth, right? Now ask yourself this. Is Bank of America in the business of purposefully self-sabotaging themselves for the purpose of hurting underserved communities?
I want you to think about that for a second. Would Bank of America purposely hurt themselves, sabotage themselves, just despite neighborhoods of color? I mean, even if Bank of America was or is a systemically racist organization top to bottom, they still wouldn't want to lose money. And if that's true, then maybe, just maybe, in some of these neighborhoods which are underserved, are simply more inclined to have doors kicked in and windows smashed out. Because in underserved communities which tend to be more poor, you're going to find more problems with homes.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, if people generally, in a sense, have more money, they can just afford to pay other people to go in and take care of their issues, right? But to even suggest an alternative narrative to that of the NFHA in our heightened sense of collective national sensitivity leaves that person or group, like ourselves, exposed to wild and untrue accusations against us or them. That being, disagreeing in and of itself is racist, which it's not.
So these fair housing groups, I don't know, rather maybe for these fair housing Avengers out there, maybe they should get that smoking gun we were talking about. You know, that piece of paper from Bank of America, which would exist. That internal memo from Bank of America, right? Get that before drawing conclusions on half-baked studies, because what they've got and the conclusions that they're drawing make it look like these fair advocacy housing groups, these Avenger groups, are more interested in headlines than progress. And I gotta tell you, if that is the case, and it looks like it to me over here in Frank, it's just kind of sad.
Turn it up.
Every tear from the
Oh shit. You mind if I praise the Lord? Go ahead.
the revolution. What you say now?
Now, I'm not disagreeing some of these houses are trashed. I get that. Foreclosures generally tend to be trashed. But to turn everything into an issue based on race without looking at all the evidence, it just doesn't get you any closer to the solution.
It sure doesn't. It's ridiculous. I don't know. What do you guys think about all this? Let us know in your comments down below. We'd love to read those. Do us a favor, forward and share this show, and subscribe if you're watching us.
Spit it out, boys! Spit it
Subscribe
out.
if you're watching us for the first time for free.
You know, because again, think about this. It would mean that Bank of America, top to bottom, is out there trying to destroy minority groups. It would be littered in their literature internally.
Yeah, emails and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what the E stands for in email?
What? Evidence. That's right.
You guys have a good one. We'll catch you later.
Ciao!
Bye.
Chow mein! Chicken chow mein! I had that last night.